of discontinuity as the average value of fx taken as the average value of the left and right limit of fx taken at x0. Now let us take an example to find a Fourier series of a function. Let us take fx is equal to x over the interval minus pi less than or equal to x less than pi. As fx is equal to x is a monomial, it is differentiable continuous, it is differentiable over the open interval minus pi to pi, and so we can expand this function in terms of Fourier series. The Fourier series for the function will be fx is equal to a0 by 2 plus summation an cos n pi x by pi, because L is pi here, plus summation bn sin n pi x by pi, where n takes values from 1 to infinity. So the Fourier series becomes a0 by 2 plus summation an cos nx plus summation bn sin nx from 1 to, and as we know that this Fourier series is meaningful only if we can find the values of a0, an and bn. So as we have derived, a0 is, it is 1 by L integration from over the interval a to b of fx dx. So this is 1 by pi integration from minus pi to pi x dx. It can be seen that the fx is equal to x is an odd function, so the integral value is 0. We take an, that is 1 by pi integration from minus pi to pi fx into the multiplication function of an, that is cos nx dx. Okay. To find the integral, we will use the generalized rule of integration by parts, that we keep x constant, we will integrate sine from cos function. So integration is sine nx by n, minus we differentiate x, again integrating sine, so derivative is minus cos nx by n, so we have n square here. Now again differentiating 1, but the derivative is 0, so actually this expansion, infinite expansion, becomes finite for the integration, and we have to evaluate this value. But again, what we have applied earlier, that x is an odd function and cos x is also cos x is an even function, we could directly use the result that the product of an odd function and even function is an odd function, and that could give us the result is equal to 0, right? So we don't need to do find the integration in the case. So we are left with to find bn's. So bn by definition is 1 over pi integration from minus pi to pi is x times sin nx dx. As x is an odd function and sin x is also an odd function over the interval minus pi to pi, so the product is an even function. So we may write this as, this integral as 2 times integral from 0 to pi x sin nx dx. Or now we use that generalized integration by part, so we keep x as it is, we integrate sine function, so the integration is minus cos nx divided by n, differentiating x, again integrating cos, so it is minus 1 sin nx by n again, so it's n square, and then the derivative is 0. This is to find from 0 to pi. Okay, so let us evaluate the values. So at pi we get this as minus pi cos times n pi divided by n. this minus minus plus, we have here sine n pi divided by n square minus, as x is 0, so this is 0, and here as sine we get sine 0, that is 0, so this is 0. So what we get, the value as is that it is, also we know that sine n pi is 0, and we can replace cos n pi by a simple function, that is minus 1 raised to n plus 1, minus 1 raised to n, right? So that we get the value as 2 into minus 1 raised to n divided by n, with this minus sign we add, so it is minus 2 times minus 1 raised to n plus 1 divided by n. So therefore the Fourier series for fx we get as, it is summation 2 into minus 1 raised to n plus 1 divided by n into sine nx, and take values from 1 to infinity. If we write this in expanded form, then we may write this as 2, for n is equal to 1, we have this as sin x upon 1 minus, for n is equal to say 2, we have this as sin 2x by 2, then we have sin 3x by 3 minus, and we get this series like this. So this is the Fourier series we get for fx is equal to x. Now our interval minus pi to pi. So to present the lecture, the material is prepared from the book, that is Advanced Engineering Mathematics by Irvin Krejcik. See, if we try to expand this fx is equal to x square over say interval 0 to 2 pi, then we may get the expansion in the way that our fx is a0 by 2 plus summation an cos nx plus summation bn sin nx, where n takes values from 1 to infinity. And if in the similar fashion we try to express the a0, find a0, an and bn, then we get a0 as, say it is 1 by pi integration from 0 to 2 pi fx dx, that is 1 by pi integration from 0 to 2 pi x square dx. Here we cannot use that property of even and odd function because the interval is not from minus a to a type. So let us integrate this. So it is x cube by 3 from 0 to 2 pi, and we get this value as 8 pi x cube divided by 3, or it is 8 pi square by 3. This is a0. Then we find an. So an we get is as 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi fx into cos nx dx. This is 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi x square cos nx dx. So this is 1 by 2 pi, and now we integrate this again using that integration by part result. So this is x square sin nx by n minus derivative of x square, that is 2x, is minus 1 times cos nx by n so it's n square plus again derivative of 2x is 2 and this is minus 1 sine nx by n cube. The derivative is 0 and this to evaluate from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so what value we are going to get? This is 4 pi square by n and this is sine 2n pi plus this is 2 times 2 pi divided by n square into cos 2n pi minus 2 by n cube is sine 2n pi. That is the value we get at upper limit minus the value we get at lower limit. For 0, as x is 0, so the product is 0. Again this x is 0, so the product is 0, and the sine 0 is 0, so the product is 0. So as lower limit we have these values as 0. So we get an as 1 by pi. Now sine 2n pi, again integral multiple of pi, so the value is 0. We have this as 4 pi by n square and this is cos 2n pi, so the value is minus 1 raised to 2n, and sine 2n pi the value is 0. So this we get as 4 by n square. That is how we get an. Bn, it is 1 by pi integration 0 to 2 pi fx into sine nx dx. So this is 1 by pi integration from 0 to 2 pi is x square sine nx dx. So this we get as 1 by pi. This is x square minus 1 times cos nx divided by n minus 2x, it is minus 1 times sine nx divided by n square, it is then minus 2, and it is cos nx divided by n cube from 0 to 2 pi. Let us evaluate the values. So Bn, now we may put this as this is 4 pi square divided by n with minus sign, and cos 2n pi is minus 1 raised to 2n. We directly put that sine 2n pi is 0, and again this is cos 2n pi, that is 1, minus 1 raised to 2n, that is minus, evaluate the values at 0. So as x is 0, so this product is 0, x is 0, so this is 0, and x is 0, so this value is minus 2 by n cube. So what we get? This is plus 1, this is minus, and minus minus plus, so these two terms get cancel. We can cut this pi, so we get the value as 4 times pi by n with minus sign. So this is how we get the value for Bn, and therefore we can write the Fourier series for x square as a0 by 2 plus summation an cos nx plus summation bn sin nx from 1 to infinity, and it will become, we have a0 as 8 pi square by 3, so this becomes 4 pi square by 3 plus summation, we have an as 4 by n square cos nx, that is from 1 to infinity, and then we get this one as minus 4 pi by n into sine nx, n from 1 to infinity. So this is what the expansion for x square we are getting. Now what has been tried is that I would try to find the expansion of fx is equal to x square over the interval 0 to 2 pi, and then I would try to check that how that is approximating the function fx is equal to x on that interval. So here you can see that this is how Fourier series is working, right? The first, that red big one, the below is the line fx is equal to x curve. Then we have the approximation using the one term. Then we have the approximation by green lines using the 5 terms. Then the blue lines, that is approximation using 10 terms, and again the red line, that is approximation using the 15 lines. Also you've seen that this expansion, when I use to find the values of pi approximately, then I could find the value of pi approximately to 3.1415, but for that I need to use some 7000 plus terms to do that. So this is how we can apply Fourier series. Now there are many questions regarding this kind of representation. The first is the series. Suppose you are taking the trigonometric functions, and trigonometric functions are not that simple function to calculate. Then why we are using the Fourier series and not going for that polynomial or polynomial based series, that is we call Taylor and Maclaurin series? So clearly when we are taking the Taylor and Maclaurin series, the problem is that we need a function that should be differentiable infinitely many times, while when we take the Fourier series, the process involved is integration. Also we have seen in the requirement that several discontinuities in the interval are can also be allowed to find the Fourier series expansion. So in a sense the Fourier series expansion is valid for more general class of functions than the Taylor series expansion is. So this is how we go to the Fourier series concept. Thank you.